access to these modern facilities, the other people have. But then there should be areas, which are defined as special tourism zones, I think, which should have a total ban on, or a total remodeling of so-called, development. They could probably be architecturally protected. New houses can be built in a sustainable way. They can be made aware of, why is a road not being built there. Probably tourism can be more important to them rather than building a road to that particular part. So the stumbling blocks as of now are awareness on a village level or at a panchayat level about the advantages of tourism. As far as tourism is seen, it's only seen ki Dharamsala, Manali and Shimla, and they're all down the drain. So tourism is not a good thing, because we always talk of tourism in these three respects, and these three destinations are finding problems, So it's never really, it's always seen as, for the villagers, it's always seen as, kind of. I think we need a very good marketing strategy, which should go hand in hand with the development strategy of the state, keeping the local communities in prime focus, because if we are training the local people and if they are realizing the importance of tourism, which will bring banking, which will bring education, which will bring literacy, which will bring economy, a healthy economy, which will bring employment to them, then I think we have done the trick.
Okay, now if you had a voice and you could ask the international community for assistance, what areas and what kind of assistance would you request the international community to support you in your venture?
Well, the international community is quite active here, here. For example, Manali, the whole garbage recycling system has been donated by NORAD, which is a Norwegian agency. DFID ran a big project with the forest department. But again, it's not about just giving the money without the technical know-how, We are not beggars here. I think it's more about, giving the appropriate technology as well as the training and letting these people, we have excellent models of, to talk about ecotourism all throughout the world. It is a concept which has arisen from the West, not from the developing countries. Now, if it can be sustainably done in Australia, or it can be sustainably done in America, probably these international communities need to send experts, which assist us along with obviously the money, to train people. Sadly, donors are just seen as, it never reaches the grassroots level. There are very big projects happening, they never reach the grassroots level. I am a person who is a trekker, who travels on foot, who does first-hand work with village communities. My niche is in opening up new areas for tourism. And this not only started with Himachal. We were the first people who were operating in Nubra, Ladakh, when I was a student of Masters in Tourism. I was already running groups into Nubra. And they have picked up on the models, So I think the international community needs to give us the technical know-how and needs to study it with a team of Indian people, because here issues are different. So everybody, it needs to be a kind of a forum which is much more, spread out rather than just, as of now, it's just conferences and big, events about climate change and this and that which is happening. But very less kind of percolates down to the lower level. For example, in our NGO, in the Great Himalayan National Park, nobody knows how to write a project, So how do they approach the international community? All these projects tend to stay in bigger NGOs which are run by very literate persons, and they are being fed into, you know, their infrastructure, offices and this and that, and very few things percolate down.
So if I can cap your thing out, is that what you are requesting is technology that
Appropriate technology.
appropriate technology that will impact the lowest common denominator in tourism.
Exactly.
Can
exactly.
that in
exactly.
a small cap, I can
Exactly.
cap everything.
Yes, yes, sure.
All right. Is there anything else you would like to say to the international community before we wrap up?
Well, I would say to the international community that, for example, in this village, this valley, there are really good examples of international people present there and doing their work happily, very satisfactorily and slowly. You know, I work firsthand with a lot of international people over here, who are very effective, you know, in their work, because somehow their education and their background, you know, have given them that advantage of, you know, looking through the logical framework analysis of any project that they get into. And I would rather invite more and more people, you know, of such caliber to kind of contribute to the developing states like Himachal. You know, to come here physically and study the problems here, study the issues here and give solutions.
Thank you very much.
You're most welcome.
Nice insight.
Thank you.
Nice.